How, I guess, on that topic, were there any physical ailments? You mentioned the back in November or anything?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of weird fluky things this year. For like the first half of the year, trying to get my back figured out, and then when I got that figured out, I had a weird illness coming out of Christmas break that went to my NYR, got vertigo, which I don't recommend.
Ugh.
And then finally, when I felt like I was, getting a little bit of rhythm, getting traction, felt healthy, back felt good, messed up my hand. So, it was challenging. So.
What'd you do to the hands? Do you know?
Did I know like when it happened?
Or? What happened? What'd you do?
Third period against Buffalo, late power play. It was 7 or 8-2 at that point. Went to rim a puck and got a little pressure from behind, jammed it up, and bone, tendon, muscle, a bunch of different things. So, got some pictures taken and tried to tape it up a bunch, play through it, and took a couple weeks off there, and then I think I might need to do some stuff to fix it up in the next couple weeks.
How does that impact your game? Obviously you need two hands to play.
It's certainly difficult. I think got a little bit better at dealing with it, and the training staff was great, worked with me, and found something that eventually worked to keep it relatively stable. But it was challenging.
Can you tell us which hand it is?
My left, or my right. my bottom hand, my left hand. So,
how just challenging emotionally was this season?
Very, yeah. I think challenging is the right word. So, it was obviously went in with very high expectations for ourselves, and we didn't meet those expectations.
Chris, how much of that is about the results and the performance, and how much of that is about some of the other stuff that came out, potentially being shopped and that leaking out there? Like, how much did that maybe bother you as well?
That wasn't the first time. Won't be the last time that kind of stuff comes out. That's part of professional sports, unfortunately. I'm lucky I don't have any social media, so I wasn't really aware of it till people close to me brought it to my attention, but you just try to show up and do your job to the best of your abilities. Guys come and go. Unfortunately, it happened a lot over the course of the season for us, and there was a lot of roster change, so usually within a season it happens. There's certain brush points where you expect it, and but yeah, it was different, like you said, challenging.
Can you use a lot of this motivation as a team and individually over the summer?
100%. Yeah, there's plenty of time to reflect on what we should have done better, what we could have done better, and time to get healthy and to refocus and step away and come back a whole lot better next year. A lot of stuff to learn from, obviously.
Chris, obviously, when you have a season like this, there's changes. We already saw it with Coach. Do you worry about your future here after a season like this?
I got to control what I can control, which is, for me right now, it's getting healthy and staying healthy through the course of next season, showing up in the best possible shape I can, doing what I can to stay in the lineup and to play as close to 100% as I possibly can. I've got great resources here and in this area and with the team so I can take advantage of those to put myself in a position to obviously be available for the team and to play as close to 100% as possible. Things are going to happen, but position myself in a way where I can be as close to my best as possible.
How much do you want to be back next year?
This is home for me. This is the organization that gave me an opportunity to live out my dream. I've developed so many incredible relationships and grown up and spent so much time in this area. So obviously this is where I want to be, and this is the group that I want to help, in whatever fashion win hockey games.
I don't know if you have the answer for why, but I'm curious if you've thought about the fact of this is another coaching change after 2 years. First year you go to the conference final. Next year wasn't as good. At least the first time made the playoffs under Turk. But this year, obviously, you go to the conference final, and this year wasn't as good. Have you thought about or put your finger on maybe issues that this group in here that's coming back can help resolve that?
I mean, hockey's a funny thing. I think the number of times we came back in games last year versus the few times we came back in games this year. I think the resiliency that we had last year, and not had at times this year. I just think that there were challenges over the course of the season. Maybe we didn't rise to those challenges in the way that we would have liked.
Chris, how much did the off-season with Goodrow and Trouba impact the locker room?
Yeah, I think it like I said, it's part of professional sports, but obviously at a certain point it does become somewhat of a distraction. And I've used the word multiple times, but therein kind of lies the challenge of dealing with that and showing up and doing the job to the best of your ability. But I mean, those two guys that were massive leaders for us and a big part of our room. So I just think there was, it's dynamic and it's changing in an environment like that. I mean, not even to go into the personal relationships we all had with them and what good people they are, things that they did, not just around the rink and for our team on the ice, but in the community, the positive impact that they had. Just two very good humans. So yeah, it was certainly challenging.
Chris, was it more about them being moved or the way that they were moved that created that distraction?
I think any time there's changes or projected changes, it's going to be, an element of it is going to be a distraction.
But being like forced out almost, like was that more of a distraction than if they were just simply traded?
I don't know. That's a hard thing to say with hindsight. So at the end of the day, the end result's the same. And for us, it was adjusting on the fly and having to step up and do the job and to fill certain roles. And it was a dynamic and changing situation over the course of the season. Like I said, at I think different times than you're normally expecting the roster to change, right? Like around some of those deadlines. So,
Okay. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.